Hi everyone, welcome to VLSI Academy. This is lecture 67 and today we will discuss about the concepts of Spef extraction. Spef is the format of the file which stands for Standard Parasitic Extraction Format. It represents the parasitics in ASCII format. Parasitic means interconnect is modeled as combination of R, L and C. Here are important key facts about Spef file. It is a tool generated file and it is since in ASCII format user can read the file content. It is used to pass the parasitic information from one tool to another. For example, Innovus to Synopsys or Synopsys to Innovus or maybe some other tool. It is a standard file which can be used to pass information from one tool to another. Now, a very common question that is asked in the interview to the freshers is that how do you generate the SPEF? The answer to this is you can use the PNR tool or you can use extraction tool. But remember that extraction tool is always more accurate compared to the PNR tool. Now moving on, let us understand Spef extraction and its utility through a block diagram. Basically, PNR engine or extraction engine will do the Spef extraction, and after that, the Spef along with other files will be used for multiple tasks, which includes but not limited to STA, crosstalk analysis, circuit simulation, etc. etc. Now let us try to understand visually about the extraction process. Any wire or interconnect is a metal which extraction engine will represent as a combination of R, L and C values. Broadly speaking, the content of the spef file can be divided as follows. There will be a header section, there will be a name map file section, there will be a top level port section and a main parasitic description section. We will be digging deeper further into each of the sections. Now let us try to understand each of the sections further one by one. The header definition section contains the basic information such as the design name, tool used for extraction, and the spef version, and then naming style that is used for net names and instances, and then unit for R, L, and C. After the header section, there is a name map section. In order to reduce the file size, the spef allows long net names to be mapped to much shorter names preceded by star. It helps in dramatically reducing the file size. There is an example here to illustrate that when net name FCE2 is mapped to 509, wherever 509 is used further down the line, it will actually indicate this net name of FCE2. Now let us move further and understand the top level port section in the spef file. It contains the list of top level ports in the design. It is annotated as I, O or B. I is for input, O is for output, B is for bidirectional, and after the top level port section, there is a parasitic section. Under parasitic section, each of the extracted net will have D underscore net section. D underscore net stands for distributed net, and it will be followed by a con section, which is a connectivity information for the net. After that, there is a cap section, which is for capacitance, and then there is a resistance section, RES section, which is for resistance. These all put together is called as extraction info of a net or any interconnect. Now let us take an example of a physical net route to understand how the extraction of a net is happening or how is it modeled. So let's say that there is a pin, there is Q pin, and there is S naught pin. A is input pin of this physical net route. So it is an input pin. S naught is also one input pin for the net that we are considering here for the example. That is second input pin. Q is an output pin. So Q is your output and A is input and S naught is second input pin in this example. Now let us try to graphically represent the physical net of this model. So graphically we are trying to model here this in the distributed net model form. In the distributed net model form, each segment of a net route will have its own RC, which is in contrast to the reduced net model form where it will be only a single reduced RC. So in distributed net model form, there will be RC modeling for each segment of net route. So if you pay attention, we have all the segments divided here and each segment of this physical net route is represented by RC model here. That is what we are doing in this distributed net model form. Now let us quickly move on to reduced net model form. So reduced model net model form is actually used to reduce the size of the parasitic file and speed up the analysis tool while maintaining the first order accurate transfer function from driver to receiver. So if you notice here, the driver pin modeling will be done as a pi model. It is typically represented by the pi model, which is nothing but CRC combination. So Q pin here is CRC combination of pi model, that is the driver pin, and other pins we can model it as a normal RC combination. So load pin modeling will be a single reduced R and single reduced C rather than fully blown RC network. In comparison to DNet, which is distributed net, every segment of net route where it is having its own R and C value in distributed net, here it is a reduced net model form for load pin. So that way we will be able to still maintain the slight accuracy but reduced file size. Now let us take the example to understand how the extraction happens and the Spef contents are written. So here is an example that we have taken to understand, and in this example if you pay attention, all the yellow marked lines, they are actually representing, yellow numbers are representing the capacitance, and whatever written in purple, that is actually a resistance, and we have the numbers written here. For example, this number indicates that it is an instance. This is also one instance. Now all these 5290, these numbers, and let's say 5426 or this number, these numbers basically they are indicating that it is a net. So net ID, basically when we are doing the name mapping, at that time we would have used these numbers to represent one net. So 5290 is actually representing the net corresponding to 1, and then 5116 is net corresponding to 4. So 5426, if you pay attention, it is written twice. Basically it is a net associated with this particular zone, and it has basically two nodes. So it basically every name has, net ID has colon after that. That colon indicates the node with which it is associated. For example, this 10142 is an internal node which is here, and this particular 10142 is node name for this 426 net. Internal node 10278 represents this junction. So this is one node which is corresponding to net 5426. 5426 is the net name for this particular node, and internal node ID is 10278 for this particular junction here. So this is how basically we are trying to identify all the nets and the internal nodes. So then how do we write it in the Spef file is now we will try to understand. Let us first start with capacitance. So let's say we need to write down the capacitance. So it will be written in cap section, and how do we write it? So let's say 1, and after that 1 we will write for 5426 node. 5426 internal node 10278, that corresponds to which one? It will correspond to this one. And now how do we write? So cap will be basically between two nodes, so it will be a coupling capacitance kind of thing. So let's say the other node is your 5290. So between this and this we are trying to write some coupling capacitance. So how do we write? It will be corresponding to 5426 colon 1028, means it is this node, internal node of 10278 for net of 5426. Between this and then there is, so there will be a star here also, and then star 5290 colon 8775, that is another node, that is this node. Now in between them, let's say there is a capacitance of 0.217 femtofarad. So that is how we will write. It will be written like this. Let's say another example we take as again some 5426 node only, and 10278 is the internal node ID. So that is your junction node. So we have already written between 5 and 1. let's say now it is between 2. So between 2 and 5, how do we write is 2 corresponds to this one. So now how do we write this one is star 16 colon 3754, and let's say some coupling capacitance of 0.02 femtofarad is there. So it will be written like this. That is how we will be writing all the coupling capacitances in the extraction, during the extraction in the Spef file. And then how do we write the resistance values? So how do we identify the resistance values is, let's say we will write first resistance, res will correspond to resistance, and let's say first resistance is again our 5426 node only, and it is, let's say it is a junction only, so it will be this one, that is 10278. So 5426 colon 10278, and then let's say between this junction, this is our one point, and then one point is your this pin, so it will become this particular resistance. How do we identify this? We will be saying that 5, it is corresponding to this instance. So how do we write that? We will write 14212 is the instance name. Basically it would have mapped this instance to some flop, and D pin, so colon D, and then the resistance value. So let's say it is 0.32. That is how we will be writing. So this is how you write the resistance values. So one more example could be 5426 colon 10278, and then let's say you want to write now with respect to let's say this one, let's say this Q pin. So how do we write that? We will be writing it as star 14210 colon Q, and then some resistance value. This is how it will be written. So that is how Spef contents are mentioned in the Spef file. That is all for this video. We will come up with more interesting topics in further videos. Please do subscribe to VLSI Academy and let us know your views in the comment section. Thank you.